and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm doing my makeup because it seems like fun. I just kind of wanna, you know, and I haven't done my makeup on camera, seriously, in what feels like a while. So we're gonna do that. And I just feel like blabbing, like I feel like I have like so much to blab about, and I have like no one to blab to because we're all just stuck here. So we're just gonna blab. And by we're all just stuck here, that's my sort of not so subtle way of reminding you that even though some things are opening up, you're still not supposed to be leaving. Like, it just kills me. Like, we're seeing stories of like people going to parties and then everybody at the party gets COVID-19. And it's just like, how do people just decide that the pandemic is over for them? Like, you're still not supposed to have gatherings of more than 10 people. And when you do have 10 people, you're still supposed to socially distance in those gatherings. I took the brave trip to the recently reopened mall last weekend to go to the dollar store. And I wore my mask, and I used every hand sanitizer station that I passed, and I did not come anywhere near anybody. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. And I was so happy to be back at the dollar store. I love the dollar store. I bought a new big Tupperware container that I really don't need, but it's a nice Tupperware container. Like, the sides lock, it's got a little handle, so I bought that. I bought some little tiny terracotta pots for some of my little plants that I'm propagating. I just love the dollar store. So it was nice to have that sort of sense of normalcy back because I went to the dollar store, but like don't interact with people. Don't be stupid. We're still in a pandemic. Do you like my forehead burn? My sisters and I spent like most of the day yesterday being Canada Day for me, in the pool, and I was the only one of us smart enough towards sunscreen, and somehow I'm still the one with the worst burn, and my burn is really just my scalp, because I wore my hair just like this yesterday too, in the pool. So what's new? The first thing that I wanted to tell you is that Lena is on new medicine officially. I have had it for a while, but I was waiting for July 1st to start it so that, like, it was easy to just take it once a day for a month. So I figured, well, just wait till July 1st, and then I know when it's been a month. And for those of you who don't know, Lena is my cat. I adopted her from a local shelter about 5.5 years ago at this point. Good Lord. It's been so long, Lena. And she has always had a booger problem. Like, if you look at her Instagram, which I will put the ad somewhere on the screen, I have posted pictures in the past of her with, like, her snot bubbles, or her crusty boogers. And the first vet that saw her said, some cats are just like that. And I took that answer at face value, because he's a vet and I'm not. And that is something I shouldn't have done, because this year, when a different vet saw her for her annual checkup, he was like, listen, I'd like to try some new treatments. Because Lena had been on antibiotics for her boogers before, and they did sort of help. Like, she used to sneeze all the time, and I know this is probably disgusting, but used to shoot boogers, like, all over the house. And she doesn't really do that as much anymore, but it definitely does still happen, and she definitely, you can tell, sometimes she still, like, wipes her nose, and she definitely still has some sinus issues. And one of the frustrating things is, she has no other symptoms, just the boogers. So, fortunately, her annual checkup this year was like, listen, I'd like to try some other stuff. So I think this new medicine that she's on is an antiviral instead of an antibiotic. So we'll see if this helps. I'm looking forward to it. It's hilarious to get her to take it. So what I do is I literally take a teaspoon and I scoop some, like, mushy wet food onto a teaspoon, and then I shoot the liquid medicine into the mushy wet food, and I just make her eat that whole spoonful of wet food. Because the internet is kind of a hellspace these days, I have a bunch of videos coming up that are just absolutely, like, cheesy, mushy fun, and I hope you enjoy that, because, like, I have a video coming up that I want to shoot that's just going to be all about the animals that I live with. Sort of a Meet My Pets video, but, I mean, they're not all my pets, because I do live with, you know, my mom, my stepdad, and my younger siblings, so, like, the dogs, not mine. The other cat in the house, not mine. I am responsible for technically half the animals in the house because I have Lena, I have my gecko, and I have my fish, but, you know, so I just wanted to do that. I have a couple of videos. I bought, like, little plant growing kits, so we're going to monitor them, and that's going to be a video. Like, I'm just trying to create the most wholesome content I possibly can in an attempt to help make the space a little bit nicer. I will say, I don't want to do a whole video about the Tati, Jeffree, James, Charles thing. Shane Dawson is in there too. But there are some quick points I want to make. And if you don't know anything about the Tati, Jeffree, James, Shane, whatever situation, consider yourself lucky. But basically, a little over a year ago, Tati Westbrook, who is a pretty respected YouTuber. I used to love her, especially like when her channel was smaller, because she's a little bit older, like older than the rest of YouTubers, so she was a little more chill, a little more mature. She kind of carried herself with a little more respect and wasn't so like veiny and whatever, and that's just not my style. And so I liked her, and once her channel started to get bigger, she started to like pander to a younger audience, and that's when I found her a little more annoying. And then she became friends with Jeffree Star, and that just honestly made her even more annoying. But a little over a year ago, she made a whole call-out video for James Charles, where she was talking about basically her whole video was about James Charles being an egomaniac and possibly being a predator. And she claims in her most recent video that she never said that, but she basically did. Like, she alluded to it. Jeffree Star made it 100% worse on Twitter, but she alluded to it. And I gotta say, first of all, I am proud of myself for having never been a fan of Shane Dawson. When I was in high school, like the early days of high school, that was back when like Shane Dawson's channel was like really big. And he was doing all those characters and like Shanae and all that. And I remember a couple of girls that I knew were like such fans of his, and they thought he was so funny. And I remember just like not getting it, like not thinking he was funny, not liking his content, not even liking him, and just being like, all right, like go off, I guess. I'm feeling a little bit vindicated now. I did, however, love Jenna Marbles back then, and still love her, and I'm really sad that she has made the decision to leave the YouTube world. And I want to explain to you why I think it's sad that she's leaving, because I like that she's taking accountability for videos in the past and stuff that she maybe said or did that wasn't the best. But by leaving YouTube, instead of continuing to produce good content and show that she's changed and show that she's a great person now, and using her platform to maybe, like, she has so many dedicated subscribers, myself included, she could use her platform to, like, raise money for Black Lives Matter, to, you know, talk about these things that she maybe wasn't sensitive to in the past. But instead, she's just leaving. Like, if she had stayed and had used her platform to be a voice for these things, you know, that would have shown true growth and would have shown that people can change and come back from things. But by just abandoning it, I feel like, you know, it's just kind of ended the conversation rather than atoning for what she could be atoning for, you know? That's the part that makes me sad. Someone like Shane Dawson makes 1,000 apology videos and they're all completely empty and they mean nothing, but Jenna's did mean something, but instead of continuing the conversation, she just took herself out of it, and I just don't think that's the right way to handle it. Anyway, back to Tati, James, Jeffree. First of all, I don't understand why Shane Dawson thinks he's God, and why he ever thinks him and Jeffree had the right to decide who gets a slice of humble pie, as he put it. I don't understand even the mindset that you would be in to think that you get to decide that someone else gets a slice of humble pie. Like, that to me, like, are you the pot or are you the kettle? Like, if Shane Dawson thinks James Charles needed some humbling, if Shane Dawson at 30 years old or whatever he is, he's over 30, decided that 18-year-old James Charles needed a slice of humble pie, like, really? Get over yourself. I have to be honest with you, I don't love Tati's apology. And here's the thing. Here's why. Because Tati is in her late 30s. James Charles was like 19 when this all happened. Whether or not Jeffree and Shane were whispering in her ear, telling her things about James, that he was being whatever, like, you're in your late 30s. You didn't think to just talk to James. You didn't think to have a conversation with him face to face. Instead, you decided, I have an issue with James. Instead of talking to him, I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm going to call it Bye Sister. Like, come on. What a, like, clickbaity type title. And I'm going to drag him all over the internet to her, at the time, was like 4 million subscribers. Like, I'm sorry, but I think we all know that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson are shady, bad people. But I almost expect better from Tati because she's been such a great YouTuber and so respectful. And I just feel like I expect better from her to make a video apologizing. But really all she's doing in that apology video is shifting the blame to Jeffree and Shane, who are already sort of facing their internet reckoning at this point. Tati decides to make a 40-minute long video, you know, apologizing but not really taking accountability for the fact that at the end of the day, she's a 35-year-old plus woman who decided to make a video attacking a 19-year-old boy and not talk to him about these issues. Like, that's what I get. Like, how can you be friends with someone, have an issue, and instead of talking to them about it, you decide to talk to the entire world about it? I just don't understand that, and I still don't understand that, and that's my issue with her apology, is that it's not a real apology. Shane and Jeffree, maybe they were spreading rumors. Maybe they are terrible people. I mean, that part's probably true. But it was her video, it was her face on the video, it was her channel. She made a decision to make a video, whether they used her or not. I just feel like she should have had maybe more respect for this person who is her friend, who did her makeup at her wedding, than to just blast it all over the internet. Like, go to that person first. I don't care if she thinks he needed a wake-up call, like, just talk to a person. I don't know. I'm mad about this all over again. Anyway, I've already been shooting for 20 minutes and I haven't even done my eye makeup yet, but I have done my face makeup. I have no idea what I want to do for my eye makeup. I have a couple of palettes here, including the NYX Sabrina palette. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to apologize about this, because if I would have known that NYX was, like, never going to restock it, never going to talk about it ever again, I would never have done a video on it. But I don't know, like, brands don't really do limited edition very well anymore, you know? They say it's limited edition, but they just keep restocking it. And they, like, really only ever stocked this palette once. And each Shoppers Drug Mart got, like, 2 copies of it, and then that was it. I feel bad that I ever reviewed it, because I feel like I gave it way more. Like, I used my platform to give it publicity, but then it was, like, hard to get, and I feel bad about that, so I'm really sorry. So anyway, I had that palette here, but I also have the nude palette. I got Modern Renaissance and Subculture here, and I grabbed Naked Heat. Ever since I dyed these blonde chunks into the front of my hair, I've been doing, like, gothier makeup just because I feel like the blonde pieces, like, allow me to do that. But I didn't do concealer, did I? I just put foundation on and called it a day. I got so into whatever I was talking about that I didn't even do concealer. So I do something dark again. I do makeup dark every day. Well, I mean, every day that I do makeup, which is like once every 3 weeks. Yeah, we'll do something dark again. So I'm going to use Subculture. I'm going to use that Dawn shade. Hey, do you want to hear a story about something stupid I did? And so, okay. Beside the point is that the cord for my MacBook, I've had since I bought my MacBook, so I've had it for 8 years. And it really was chewed up and terrible looking, and wire was exposed and awful. So one day I woke up and my MacBook hadn't charged all night, and I fiddled with the plug on the computer and it wasn't working. So I looked at it and I realized how bad the chewed upness had gotten, and I was like, listen, I should just buy a new cord. So I spent $100 on the Apple Store. I've never bought anything from the Apple Store before, and I ordered a new Mac cord. My stepfather has a MacBook as well. It might even be the same one. So I asked him if I could borrow his cord for a couple of days until my new one came in. So he said yes. So I plug in his cord. It's not registering either. Uh-oh. So I started fiddling with it again. My power bar had just slightly come unplugged from the wall. So I didn't actually need to buy a new cord at all. Anyway. But I justify it to myself as, like, not being mad, because I would have had to buy a new cord at some point anyway, because it really was chewed up, like, real bad. Memo to me, before I just call off a cord, next time make sure the power bar is plugged into the wall. Yo, listen, back to makeup for a second. I went to Walmart the other day to try to see if I could find some new drugstore launches, because I'm running out of Tuesday videos. And I feel like maybe it's because of the pandemic. I'm going to put that it's because of the pandemic, but, like, I guess no one's been launching anything, because there was, like, nothing good. So, if you have any suggestions for things I can review for Tuesday videos, that would be great. I'm actually going to review a couple of things that are not makeup. I ordered the Sticky Buddy. If you've never seen the Sticky Buddy, There's like a video that's really big on the internet of someone like making fun of the infomercial. They like dubbed it, and it's really funny. But also the product looks really good. It's for like removing pet hair, and my comforter on my bed is dark blue, and my cat is a light colored tabby, so it's covered in hair. So I'm gonna review the Sticky Buddy once it comes in, so we can see if it's actually as good at removing pet hair as it is, because nothing I do ever seems to get latest cat hair off my bed. And then I think I mentioned earlier in this video that I bought a couple of plant kits, so those will be a Tuesday review, probably all lumped in one. And then the cat grass will be a separate one because I already have that video shot, but not edited yet. What color do I want to do all over my lid? Dark green? So the day that this video goes up, which is hilariously tomorrow, tomorrow's a big day for us, my friends. Tomorrow's a big day because not only does Hamilton come out on Disney+, but the Animal Crossing update comes out that lets you dive. So, like, I just feel like I win twice tomorrow. Because that was one of the main things that I've missed about Animal Crossing and these new ones is the diving and the swimming, just because I think it's so much fun. So we get that back tomorrow. And then I've never seen Hamilton. And I know this sounds weird, but I've actually avoided the soundtrack largely. Like, all my friends love it, and everybody on the internet loves it. But I've avoided it because I feel like I don't want to hear the songs without the context of the musical. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. To watching Hamilton and playing Animal Crossing and swimming and diving in Animal Crossing. And Netflix, it's so funny to me. Netflix, I think they have like something hardwired to my brain. Because right as soon as I always think about unsubscribing, because I haven't watched anything on it in weeks, they do something to make me stay. So I hadn't watched Netflix in like a while, because I just watched Disney Plus, to be honest with you. And I had been thinking about unsubscribing. And then they got all the Ghibli movies. So, I watched, which ones have I already watched? Arrietty, which I had already seen. Spirited Away, which I had already seen. Ponyo, which I had already seen. The Cat Returns, which I had already seen. And then I watched Whisper of the Heart, which was very cute. I hadn't seen that one before. And then I also watched Castle in the Sky. So I haven't seen Nausicaa yet, so I'm going to watch that one next. And then I also haven't seen Mononoke, so I'm going to watch that one next as well. And I'm just going to make my way through, like, the entire Ghibli catalog because I can now. I've always wanted to see them all, and I just haven't been able to because, honestly, they're hard to find. And on, like, even on DVD, like, not even Blu-ray, they're so expensive. So, thank you, Netflix, for allowing me the opportunity to watch the entirety of the Ghibli catalog. I haven't watched Kiki yet, but that's because I have seen Kiki, obviously, and she is my favorite. So I'm kind of like, it's weird, because I'm like kind of saving her because I've seen her and I know how much I love her. I don't want to like watch her immediately because I know I'm going to get stuck and I'm just going to keep watching Kiki's Delivery Service over and over again. So I want to get through at least the bulk of the other Ghibli movies before I watch Kiki again. Okay, you know what? They were right originally. This palette does make a mess. It is beautiful though, so all those haters can go away, because I still use them. Why did I decide to go so dark with my makeup today? Like, I'm not going anywhere. I should have, like, done something light and, like, happy. I should have done, like, something with sparkles. No, I just like being goth. Like, that's just truly it. I just like having dark makeup. And obviously I haven't redone the black in my hair yet. I will at some point, especially because I accidentally bleached, like, some of my hairs over here that I didn't mean to bleach. So that'll be a thing. And also, like, okay, so one of the dumbest things about, there have been many stupid things about this pandemic, like, let's not lie. But one of the things that makes me the angriest is people who, like, protested things closing. Like, that one really, really makes me mad. Like, people holding signs about how they needed haircuts and how it's their, like, right to get a damn haircut. Like, that honestly makes my blood boil. But I need a haircut. I was trying to grow my hair long enough that I could do the Wednesday Addams things, but my hair is just too long. But instead of getting it cut, Sam's going to cut it. I'm just going to have my sister come over and she's going to cut it, and maybe we'll make a video of her cutting my hair. Especially when you're 3 feet tall and you have lots of hair and it's thick and it's long, it gets so heavy. Like, it hurts I get actual headaches from how long and heavy my hair is. I need to, like, sharpen this or something. It's so low. What's new in your world? What have you been up to these days? I feel like all I do is work and tend to my plants and my cat and watch Ghibli movies, which is, like, honestly the most ideal life. Like, I'm not complaining. We just goofing off over here, okay? So, like, if this looks stupid in the end, it looks stupid in the end. It's not like I've never looked dumb before. I look dumb most of the time. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. So today is July 2nd, and last year I did a video called Looking for Halloween on July 2nd. Sam and I went to Michael's the day after Canada Day, and they didn't have anything, surprising no one. But that's because, you know, in my mind, Halloween is the next holiday after Canada Day. Canada Day shouldn't even really be a holiday, and it definitely shouldn't be like Canada Day merch, but in the eyes of capitalism, Canada Day is a holiday, and Halloween comes after. So I should really be thinking about my Halloween videos, especially while I'm still stuck at home. Like, I don't want to have to go back to work and then be like, I didn't shoot any Halloween videos when I had the chance. But I, don't have as many ideas this year as I usually do. I don't know why. I just feel like I've tapped out. Like, I've done all the classic Halloween characters, other than the ones that just wear masks. I don't know what to do. I had the ridiculous idea of doing like a Leatherface video and buying another one of those terrible ball caps, like the really thick ones, and just cutting it up and just like spirit gumming sections of this ball cap to my face. But that might even be too weird for me. Like, might even be too much for my channel. So I don't know. Here's what I can say. I definitely still want to do Halloween videos. I just don't know what. So if you have any ideas that I can steal, let me know. I might have to do more cutesy ones this year, because last year I pretty much only did spooky. So, I mean, I can do another mermaid, and I can do a fairy, and I can do a cute witch, and then maybe I'll do an ugly witch. Make myself into the Snow White witch. The old lady one that gives her the apple. I've always wanted to do that as a video, to be honest with you, because I already feel like I kind of look like her. So I just feel like it'd be a good fit. Same with you, Baba. We used to have this joke on Tumblr back in the day that I look like you, Baba. And honestly, I do. But I do think I grew into my nose a little bit. Like, I feel like I still have a big nose. This is not a secret. But I feel like it used to look bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Or maybe I just got more used to my face the longer I did YouTube. See, that's a little bit better, right? It's a little bit less, like, all over the place. Unlike my powder, which is absolutely all over me. Why is my neck so red there? What did I do? This is my natural everyday makeup look. I wish... Like, I'm saying that like it's a joke, but I actually do. Not usually green. Usually I do just, like, gray or something. But this is actually how I do my makeup every day. I just like it, okay? If I don't get to wear makeup on an everyday basis because I'm not leaving the house, when I do get to wear makeup, I just feel like I'm, like, morally obligated because of who I am as a person to be more dramatic with it. The other thing about Halloween is that, like, okay, so I am known as, like, the Halloween girl, which, obviously, but because I always do such, like, big, gory Halloween costumes, it's unfortunate means that I feel like I've closed myself off to ever doing, like, a cute Halloween costume for work. Like, if I showed up as just, like, a cute witch one year, they'd be like, oh, that's disappointing. And I know that that shouldn't matter to me, but because I take Halloween so seriously, it does matter to me. I really want to figure out how to make Sam from Trick or Treat and do a video on that, but I don't know how to do it. Like, how to do it right, you know? It's easier to put, like, a burlap sack over your head, but I really feel like it needs to have that sort of basketball shape, that complete sphere. And I don't know how to make that and still be able to breathe. So when it comes to, like, normal wearing makeup, and the couple of times I have left the house, basically I do all of this. I just don't wear foundation or blush or bronzer or anything like that. I just wear concealer on my eyes to do my eye makeup, and then I put on brows and highlighter because my mask covers this whole area, so I don't want makeup down here because I don't want it to transfer to my mask. You can, of course, do whatever you want, especially if you're someone who, like, still wants to wear foundation. Of course, go for whatever you want, but I don't want to bother wearing foundation if so much of my face is covered. And last but certainly not least, 100 pounds of highlighter. Just kidding, this is the Dandelion one by Benefit, which I'm, like, completely out of. I didn't think it was possible to come to the bottom of these box products, but I did. I need to buy this one again. Someday when I win the lottery, or when I make another stupid financial decision, I'm gonna rebuy this, because I do love this highlighter. It's just so cute. Did I ever do a review on this highlighter? I don't think I did. That would be a really great Tuesday review. I'm gonna stick my finger in it, put it right there. And I hope I have, yes I did. I was like, did I grab a lip product? And that's that on that. I really hoped I was going to be more creative, like with the makeup today, and do something sparklier, but I just ended up looking like this with a smoky eye again. It is what it is. I feel like my smoky eyes look a lot darker on camera than they do in real life. In real life, they feel like they don't look that dark, but on camera, it's like really dark. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out on this another makeup-y video. I tried not to talk about the Shane Jeffree Tati thing too much, but still give you the Spark Notes version of my opinion. And I just feel like my channel is so small, but I like it that way, and it keeps the sort of community around my channel very positive, and I want to keep it that way as much as I can, not in like a silly head in the clouds type way. Like when there's serious stuff that we have to talk about, we're gonna do it, but if I can just keep creating more happy content for you to watch as like a sort of, I'm watching YouTube, but this is a video about a cat, like that sort of thing, I would like to do that. So if you're okay with that, you know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The notification bell does not always work. I've noticed that, not only on my channel, but on other channels. So if you want to click it, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just know that I upload videos every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So even if you don't get that notification, you can just come look. There's going to be a video there. And, you know, give this video a thumbs up. And I guess I will see you later. Bye!